Please describe your job title and primary duties.
I was a sales associate slash cashier. So basically, whenever customers would come into the store, before, like if they want to try something on, they can't just go into the dressing room. We actually have to open the doors for them and make sure they go in with a certain amount. So I would do that if I was on the floor, and if I was at the register, I would just ring up everything that they have.
What was the work environment like?
Honestly, well, the one that I worked at, it varied a lot. Honestly, like during the week it would be fine, but like on weekends it would just start to pick up a bit more. Um, the work environment itself, it can get really quiet. So most times I just be like, I'm not talking to anyone. But like if I were around the coworkers that I was well friends with and stuff like that, then I'd really talk to them and stuff. So.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
I went into the store just to find out if they were hiring, and they were. And I was actually able to fill out my application online. And well, I just printed it and I gave it back to them. And then they called me and we set up an interview. And the interview process, it was kind of one of my first jobs, so I was like really really nervous. But the person I was interviewing with, she made me feel really comfortable. So I was able to open up a little more and answer her questions to the best of my ability. And I think that's the most important thing. Like, no matter how intimidating they are, just listen to the questions that they're asking you and answer it as best as you can.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
Well, first off, they asked me if it was my first job. They also asked me if I've had any previous experience in customer service.
What set you apart from other candidates?
Honestly, my accent. Because the person I interviewed with, she had never heard it before, so I think she was a bit intrigued. But aside from that, I'm kind of a people person, just a little bit. So, whereas here I'm kind of mellow when I'm in interviews, I try to put as much energy into it as possible. Not to the point where I'm like, okay, this person is like really cherry. This is kind of annoying, but just to the point where the person who I'm interviewing with can get a good feel of who I am and my personality. And once, I guess she got a good feel of it, so she hired me.
How were you notified that you received the job?
They called me and it took like around 2 weeks.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
Speak clearly and speak proper English. That is a big thing. I sound kind of crooked right now because I am sick, but speak clearly. And if you, well, I grew up speaking British English, so like proper English is a thing that they were a stickler for. But honestly, you really need to speak proper English, because if you go in there speaking slang, it's really unprofessional. And a lot of employers, even if it's retail, if you in the interview you're giving off an unprofessional vibe, they are not going to hire you, no matter what qualifications that you have.